Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. Atah Dvitiyodhyayah, the second discourse. Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. How this chapter is connected with the previous chapter. The first chapter describes how Lord Krishna drove the chariot forward and stopped it in the middle of the two armies. How Arjuna was perplexed and filled with grief at the sight of his kinsmen, friends, and teachers with whom he had to fight, and how, in a mood of confusion and despair, he cast away his great bow and sat down in the chariot, refusing to fight the battle. Lord Krishna observes the mental condition of his disciple, and in order to inspire him with courage and firmness of mind to carry out his duty, teaches him the eternal reality of Atma and the secret of work. This is the subject matter of the second discourse. Sanjaya continues the description of Arjuna's mental distress and what Lord Krishna said to him afterwards. Sanjay uvacha tam tatha krupaya vishtam ashrupurnakulekshanam vishidantamidam vakyam uvacha madhusudanaha. Substance. In this manner, when Arjuna was plunged in the state of despondency with eyes blurred with tears, Lord Krishna addressed this speech to him. Commentary. With eyes blurred with tears. This is the sign of intense dispassion. All earthly attachments and family pleasures and glories and enjoyments of dominion appear worthless trash, and Arjuna aims to escape from that bondage which keeps him like a prisoner in a dark cell. There is only one thought for the prisoner, and that is to regain his freedom and to see the light. So feels the ignorant man when he is burdened with the weight of sorrow. Such is the experience of Arjuna. It is the first and the foremost qualification for receiving the highest knowledge. One who does not possess this intense dispassion cannot receive the supreme knowledge. Even if it is taught to him, he cannot understand it. It is wasted in the same way as one attempts to dye a dirty piece of cloth. Thus, we came to know that Arjuna qualified himself for supreme wisdom by his intense dispassion in the present situation. Filled with pity. Kindness is no doubt a great quality, but there are situations when kindness becomes a mental weakness. To be moved with pity after deciding to fight a righteous war for establishing dharma is not nobility of human nature, but a weak state of mind that is not capable of standing up to the strain of duty and righteous action. For a Kshatriya, a righteous war for the sake of justice is a duty. Arjuna was moved by a feeling which amounts to a weak, wavering state of mind, and it is against this weakness that Lord Krishna's exhortation is directed. The blessed Lord makes it clear to Arjuna that this is not the occasion and these are not the people for whom he should feel this kind of pity. As a Kshatriya, it is Arjuna's duty to fight the battle. Madhusudanaha. Lord Krishna acquired this name by killing the demon called Madhu. Madhu also means honey. Man's ego, the pleasures of the body and the senses are like honey when they are first enjoyed, and afterwards they torment him like poison. So one should renounce them. Then man becomes Madhusudana. Lord Krishna inspires strength and courage to Arjuna in this present state of weakness and sorrow. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupastitam Anaryajushtamasvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Substance. The blessed Lord said, O Arjuna, hence in this critical situation has this mental dejection taken hold of you, unworthy, shameful, and heaven excluding. A commentary. Rejection. Lord Krishna describes the mental weakness of Arjuna as dirty and wretched. In the same way as dirt covers the physical body and mind becomes impure by sorrow, fear, distress, and hatred. And even as one washes the body by cleansing material, one should clean the mind by the knowledge of Atma. Arjuna's mental filth was washed off by the Lord's teaching. It is the duty of every individual to purify the mind stuff of its ignorance and passion by a study of the Gita. Unworthy. There are two types of men in this world, the wise and the ignorant. Those who follow the righteous path, who seek for light and purity, who are bold and active, are the wise. This is the Aryan way of life. The other category of men live in ignorance, are subject to dark passions, follow the demonic way, and fall into sorrow and despair. This is the un-Aryan way of life. It behoves everyone to question himself whether he belongs to the former or the latter class of men and strive to attain the level of the wise by determined effort. Question. What are the weakness, sorrow, and fear? Answer. They are the dirt of the mind. The ignorant fall a prey to them. They pull down man from ascending to higher levels of existence. They bring shame and disgrace. Third sloka. Klaibyam masmagamaha partha naitatvayupapadyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvottishta param tapa. Substance. O Arjuna, do not yield to impotence. It does not befit you. Cast off this wretched weakness of heart. Arise, O scorcher of enemies. Commentary. Impotence. Impotence and weakness are the characteristics of a eunuch. It is a meanest quality in men. So the Lord ridicules Arjuna for such weakness and exhorts him not to yield to it. Courage and fearlessness are the first virtues in man. All other good qualities are acquired through them. Therefore, in the 16th chapter, Lord mentions fearlessness, abhayam, as the first of the 26 virtues which constitute the Daiva Sampada. Enthusiasm, daring, courage, right decision, power, and heroism. Wherever these 6 qualities exist, there the gods dwell. Otherwise, why should the Lord, when he opens his lips to speak, enunciate fearlessness as the first of all virtues on the spiritual path? It is the great mantra of fearlessness that came out as the first utterance of the Lord. Though the teacher of the Gita presents various creeds in the course of his message, he insists upon fearlessness as the basic virtue common to all paths of religion. Arjuna's mental disease has assumed a dangerous form, and the great physician, the blessed Lord, takes out of the medicine case this powerful medicine, fearlessness, and administers it to Arjuna at the very outset. Arjuna's disease is weakness caused by sorrow and delusion, and the Lord's antidote is absolute strength and courage born out of knowledge of Atman. Arise, Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavara Nibodhata. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So the Upanishads exhort mankind. Likewise, the Lord exhorts Arjuna. Stand up, be a man of action, do your duty. Scorcher of enemies. This epithet is significant. Arjuna has defeated several external enemies on the battlefield. He is now confronted with unseen internal enemies, sorrow and delusion. The Lord inspires Arjuna to conquer them as he conquered other enemies. Arjuna continues his lamentation. Arjuna Uvacha, 4th sloka. Katam Bhishma Maham Sankhye Dronam cha Madhusudana Shubhi Pratyutsyami Pujarha Varisudana. Substance. Arjuna said, O Krishna, Bhishma and Drona are my teachers, fit to be worshipped. How can I attack them with arrows in the battle? Commentary. We can understand from this how much reverence Arjuna had for his teachers, though they happened to fight on the side of his enemies.